Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. I'm Alejandra and today we're gonna talk about Spanish, but most specifically about Argentinian slang. As many of you know, I'm Argentinian. I live in Buenos Aires, the capital of the country. So here we also have our own slang that here we called Lunfardo. Lunfardo. It's very related with all this tango culture. You probably heard about tango, so you heard these songs, you will probably find some of these words that I'm going to share with you today. So let's start with 10 of the most common words of Argentinian slang. Number 1, bondi. Bondi. Do you know what it's a bondi? It's a bus. In Spanish, there are many words to refer to the bus in general, like micro, bus, colectivo, omnibus. All these words mean the same. Here in Argentina, we use bondi as the informal way to refer to the bus, and the other word we use are colectivo. If it's the bus that go around the city, that is colectivo. And if the bus go to another city, it's more common to say micro or even omnibus. But we don't use the word bus, that is like bus with a different pronunciation. Bondi. ¿Dónde para el bondi? ¿Cuándo llega el bondi? ¿Qué bondi me lleva hasta Tigre? Number 2, cana. Cana. Maybe you know this word because cana is the name for the gray hair. I have some. Gray hair is cana, but in Argentina, cana has another meaning in slang that is police. So, policía, police. In Argentina, cana. It's very common to say that word. Very, very common. Like, está la cana. ¿Pasó algo? La cana. La cana, the police, like the whole police, or el cana, the policeman. And there is another word that is a little more pejorative, I think. It has like a more negative connotation, that is chuta. Chuta. Che, llegó la chuta. Chuta, it's like, how to say this? It's like more, has definitely a more negative connotation. I mean, if you refer that way to the police, you probably, well, let's say that you don't like the police. You know what I mean? So, cana, it's way more common, and chuta will be an alternative word. Number 3, pibe. Che, pibe, ¿qué haces? Che, pibe, vení para acá. So, pibe, it's like saying kid. Literally mean like a little kid, but the truth is that it's used more to refer to someone young, not necessarily a kid, you know. But you can call pibe to someone that is in his 20s or his 30s, even in his 40s. So it's like a young guy, you know. And that's the masculine form, that is the more common one. And then you have the feminine version, that is piba, piba. But I think that we don't use it in the same way. Because if I say, che, pibe, vení un segundo, that's okay. But if I say, che, piba, vení un segundo, that sounds like a little more aggressive. You can use pibe freely, but piba, be careful. Number 4, chabón. ¿Qué haces, chabón? El chabón no tenía idea de nada. Chabón. Chabón, also, it's like guy, like this guy. Este chabón, el chabón, it's like, hey, this guy, you know? So, it's not necessarily negative. It depends on how you use it. But it's very, very informal. And it's masculine. And we also have the feminine version, that is chabona. But I think that we don't use that word that much. Chabón, it's a little more common than chabona. It's like, and it's really, really, really informal. Number 5. Oh my God, we really use this word all the time. And that word is laburo, laburo. Tengo mucho laburo hoy. Estoy buscando laburo. If you're Italian, I guess you know what I'm saying. Am I right? Laburo means job. Job. So, trabajo would be the normal word. Trabajo. Laburo means trabajo, which means job. So, my laburo is my job. Yeah? And I think in Italian is lavoro, maybe? I don't know Italian, but I think that's the word. And we have like a whole family of words related to this one. That is, laburo, it's job. Then you have laburar, that it's the verb form, so it's work. Yeah? Me voy a laburar, me voy a trabajar, I'm going to work. Yeah? And then you have another one that is laburante. Laburante is the person who works. Yeah? It's the worker. The worker is the laburante. We use this word all the time. So before continuing with the rest of the words, don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up if this video has been useful for you. Number 6. Guita. No tengo guita. Voy a ganar mucha guita. Cuesta mucha guita. You know what it is? Money. Money. Yeah, guita. Guita means money. And it's also very, very, very common. Number 7. Oh man, if you live in Buenos Aires, you definitely use this word all the time. And that word is quilombo. Esto es un quilombo. La calle es un quilombo. No, tengo un quilombo en el trabajo. Quilombo, it's a very expressive word to refer to chaos, mess, you know, when everything is like, oh my God. Well, that is a quilombo. I don't feel that there's a word in neutral Spanish that make justice to quilombo because it's very strong. But probably lío, chaos. Yeah, but I'm not that strong, you know. So quilombo, it's like, oh my God, you don't want to have a quilombo. Maybe if you have like your bedroom is a mess, well, it's like you have a quilombo in your bedroom, right? And well, I think that quilombo is like the number one, but another word that we use to refer to the same thing is despelote. Despelote. It's like a complete chaos. Despelote. La calle es un despelote. Mi cuarto es un despelote. El trabajo es un despelote. But quilombo, that's like, you gotta know that word. Number 8. Chamushar. Chamushar. No sabía nada en el examen, así que tuve que chamushar. Este pibe es un chamullero. Chamushar. I searched this word to try to find a word in formal Spanish to refer to this, and there's not something that means this. And chamushar means to say things that are not necessarily true, to try to convince someone about something. Oh, so let's put an example to understand a little better. Let's say that I got a test. I don't know the answer. So I say, well, I will try to pretend that I know. So I will write a lot, trying to convince the teacher that I have studied while I'm not really. So it's not like I'm not really lying, but kind of. So let's say that you want to pretend that you are something more than what you are, for instance, in a date or even in a job interview. Well, maybe chamushar is your strategy to try to get the job or to get that girl for you, saying, things that are not completely lie, but are not completely true either. And the purpose of chamushar is to convince the other of what you are saying. If someone do this all the time, you can say that the person is a chamullero. Es un chamullero. which means that he says that all the time, these little lies to try to convince people what it's not so true. Number 9, afanar. Afanar. Me dijo Luis que le afanaron el auto. Me parece que este lo quería afanar. Afanar, it's a verb which means steal. Yeah, steal. So, afanar means robar. Robar means steal. And you can also use this word as a noun, which is afano. Esto es un afano. Ese partido fue un afano. Afano, it's like a robbery, you know. You don't have to refer literally to a robbery, you know. Like, you don't have to refer to rob a bank. It can be just something even symbolic, like, oh, he shouldn't win the competition. That was totally an afano. Like, the judges should give the word to someone else. That can also be afano. And number 10, chorear. Chorear. Another word that has the same meaning, stealing. It's the same that afanar, chorear are synonyms and refer to the same action. It's a stealing. And in this case, there are some family words, and that is chorro. Chorro. I think that this word is not only used in Argentina, I think, but I'm not absolutely sure, that they use this word also in Chile. So, chorro, it's a thief, yeah? But chorro is a slang. But if you, in not slang, you know, like formal talking, chorro is a stream of water, yeah? So, chorro, chorear, stealing, is another word that we use a lot. If there are more words that you don't know what they mean, you can leave a comment below. I hope that you have learned a little more about my culture and how we talk here. If it was useful, thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you next time.